Hi guys, welcome everybody in this new tutorial. Today I'm going to show you, as promised, the tutorial on the Milkyway, and I will show you how to get from an image like this, that is the original raw file that I shot in Tuscany in Val d'Orcia. I let you the position in the description of the video, and to something more or less like this. I will try to replicate exactly more or less this workflow and to be as precise as possible. Yes, I just show you now the settings of the camera. For shooting I've used my Sony 7R Mark II, and I open it in Photoshop, and automatically it opens Camera Raw. Now I just open the image to show you the metadata, and to I just want to click this to convert the colors in my workplace, so I can be sure that the colors are okay. And I go to File, Info File, to show you the settings. So is the Sony 7R Mark II my main camera. I shoot with my 16-35mm f2.8 G Master at 16mm 20-second shot, f2.8, ISO 6400 in manual. So these are the basic parameters that I use, and it works fine with mine. And if I have to be honest, I can use also my less ISO and do a little more exposure, but it works fine for now. So now we have again to open Camera Raw, and okay, this is the first thing that you see when you open a RAW format. And okay, so the first thing that I like to do in Camera Raw is to go for just a basic adjustments. The first thing that I like to do is to go in correction of the lens, and I wanted to remove the chromatic and the profile correction. As you see, it's a lot, the correction with the for example here, this alone, dark alone, and I can also do it more. And in this case I just increase a little bit the alone like this, and here you have to set your own lens, and as you can see is my Sony 16-35mm. Okay, so now I go for a basic adjustments workout. First thing, I wanted to increase the shadows, not the whites, and as you can see is doing a good work. As you can see here is pretty noisy, the ground here, and we have a lot of noise, but it's okay because the ISO was 6400, and I don't like the tint of this photo. When I took photo of the sky, I just like the sky is more greener, so I shift my color balance to a little bit more greeny like this. -10, it's okay. And okay, now I just increase a little bit the clarity and the blacks like this, and the contrast just a little bit, +5. Okay, and more or less it's okay. I don't want now to stress too much the photo and the colors, and I want just to increase a little bit the lights and the colors. These colors and the shadow colors are okay. Just also the shadows, I just maybe a little bit, but later we will take care of this part of the photo. And now it's important part. I wanted to take care a little bit of the ISO, because Camera Raw gives us this fantastic tool. I just wanted to reduce the noise of the noise of the ISO. So I do like this, a basic just a basic workflow with the noise reduction. As you can see, something is moving, but not so much. I don't like this. If you can see these small dots that are like violet or blue, so I wanted to cancel it, and I use the quick tool with the brush of Camera Raw. Is this one that automatically, when you click it, it substitutes the area that you click, and it does it automatically. So you have just to set these parameters, and yeah, it's okay, more or less. There are something here, but I just want to do it quickly, otherwise it will take hours to do this photo. Okay, I think that for now it's okay. I go again to the first part, the general. Okay, for now it's okay. I open the photo in Photoshop, and I convert the color. I just wanted to convert I just want to convert the colors in my space work to have the right colors. And now we are here. So now I wanted to split the photo, the image, into parts. I wanted to separately adjust the ground with the trees and the sky. So what I want to do is to copy my foreground, and now I close this. In this layer that I created, I select the sky. How I select the sky? I click the quick selection tool with the brush, with the brush, and I click on plus with plus of the selection, and this is the precision of the brush, and 3 pixels, it's okay. And now I drag the selection on the sky, not too much, it's too less, 3. I set on more, like on 5 or 8, better. Yeah, as you can see, is automatically selecting all the sky. Okay, and is selecting the sky pretty much. It's not so precise, as you can see, because the selection here stops. So you decrease the selection here at, I don't know, maybe 5 pixel. Yeah, and as we can try to add something. Don't worry, if you mistake, you can come back by clicking on minus, and the selection goes in the other way, so it selects, it subtracts the part on the selection. So yeah, as you can see, I'm doing it, but I'm not so precise because I'm not time now. But for doing a really good job in the selection, or you can continue by this, like this, decreasing the precision, the pixel, or you can activate the quick mask, and as you can see, the opposite selection turns red, and with a brush you can add the selection, selecting the red. So like this, I select the red, and I paint on the trees, and I add the selection. So I have to be very precise, and now I'm not so precise. But when you have the time, you have to be, like I've done in my photo, you have to be precise at 100% to do it better and to have a realistic effect. Okay, so now more or less it's okay. If you have to like do the contrary, you have to switch from black to white and to paint here, and you see you have to be very, very precise, like this. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, this is a shitty work, but I'm just showing you how to do it. Yeah, this thing is very important, so take your time to do it. I have taken with my photo like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay, now I'm satisfied with this. I turn off my quick mask, and now I have the sky selected, and I do Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. Now a new level, a new layer is created, and as you can see, it's just the sky. But I want to create also another layer with the ground, so I go to the previous layer again, and I go to selection, reselect, and select again the sky, and then selection, inverse selection, and I have now the opposite selection. So I go for Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, and creates another layer, this time only with the ground. So now I am ready to adjust these two like objects. Now I go for the ground with the trees, and I go to filter, selecting this level. I go to filter, and then filter camera raw. Okay, now I zoom in. Okay, I can see that here we have just a little bit of noise again, and I don't like this. Okay, I adjust that. Now we can play with a little bit with this. I increase a little bit the exposure and the contrast. I don't like it. Just a little bit the lights, darks, whites, blacks. I don't know. I don't want it. Clarity. Yeah, this is an interesting tool. Gives some more contrast to the darks, and I like it in this part because it seems more real. Okay, and now I increase a little bit the darks, the shadows, and the dark colors. Okay, again I want to decrease the noise, and now this is an important part. I want to decrease the purple colors and the magenta, because are the colors of the noise, and just a little bit the oranges, because it's too orange, this photo, as you can see, and maybe also the red. Okay, now I increase a little bit the saturation, and I decrease the vividness. Okay, and I increase the clarity. Let's see the color correction if it is okay. No, I like it as it was before. And okay, I just want to be a little more contrasty, as I've done before. Okay, now I think it's okay like this. So let's open it. Okay, so we can see now that we have done this type of correction. As you can see, it was too much orange, and the trees kind of felt like more real. Now let's do the same thing in camera raw for the sky. So again, camera raw filter. Let's zoom in only on the sky. Okay, so now I like to have a green look of the sky, so I set the color balance a little bit of the green, and I like to decrease a little bit the exposure to bring up the darks and the lights. So lights up, and I don't know if the shadows, no, in this case I let the shadows here, and I increase the whites and the blacks. I diminish a little bit the blacks to pop up these nebulas in the center of the galaxy, and I increase just a little bit the, I don't know if I can increase if I increase it or not, and the clarity I just diminish a little bit. I pop up the vividness and the saturation of the sky, and I go to HSL and I pop up the saturation of the oranges, of the green and the blue, just a little bit less, and I think that it's okay for now. Maybe just a little bit of contrast in here, but I think that's not, it's not necessary. Just maybe this, no. Okay, so now to get the attention of the people to see only this part of the galaxy, I add some adjustments with only the exposure set on minus 13, but also less, like minus 15, and I do like this. I bring some emphasis on this Milky Way, and I add until it is like I want it. Okay, like this, and I add another filter on only on the galaxy, like this, and I set it with internal effect for now, and the internal effect I wanna that is like just a little bit more exposure, a little bit more clarity, and saturation and contrast. And let's see if also a little bit more greener, or a little bit more like this. Yeah, no, I like it. Just a touch of magenta, and yeah, lights, just a bit of more lights and whites. Okay, now I just go for copy and I go for right click, duplicate this level, and I like that it just copies the same settings. Okay, and now I duplicate again, but now with another settings. So I set a 0 for everything that I just done, and I set external effect, and I decrease the exposure in minus 0.05 to create again a little bit of emphasis. Okay, now I click OK. For me it's okay like this, so we can see now the image is completely different from before. So now we click on these two levels, and now we click on the last level. We select all the levels with Ctrl A. We select all the levels with clicking on the first level. Selection, deselect. We select all the levels by we click. So now that we are here, we click Command Option Alt E, and we create another level with all the previous level grouped together. So now we can work on the single image with camera raw. So we go to filter, camera raw. As you can see, I use only camera raw for this type of image, and for this type of images. As you can see here, the selection was not good, so you can see the sky that is not like the foreground, like the sky that I modified, and this is not good. You have to be precise with your selection. Now I just go for the last touches. I like that the fact that the Milky Way is like is coming from these trees, so I want to emphasize that, and I do it by again with these filters minus 0.3. Okay, sorry what I've done. Okay, and like this I again diminish the light, I decrease the light 15. Okay, like this it's okay, and now I go to the general settings and let's see if we can do something more. Okay, like this, maybe a little bit off. Yeah, -10 +10, less clarity in here, and a little bit of vividness less, and saturation more, and contrast here. No contrast. No, it's okay. And yeah, I think maybe just a little bit of green, and the image it's okay. So we can open it and we can see the difference with the other one. Let's see it. If it's yes, mine was a little bit more darker here, but I just added more and more of the filters. I think here it's more natural, but more or less this is what I have done. I was here more like light with my adjustments. So if you have some question about this type of adjustments and this type of tutorial, just ask me on Instagram or here with a comment. And I hope you like it, I hope you enjoy it, and that you learn new things. Okay, so guys, thanks again, and see you on the next tutorial next week. Let me know if you like this type of tutorial, so I can have a feedback on this. Thank you guys, ciao.